Elder Lackey and I were having a conversation over on which street? Bay Street in Emeryville, and just sharing some vision and talking about some things. Hey, Wheelock, man. And one of the things, and Wheelock, I know you can identify with this, bruh. I'm on my way to the palace. I wasn't planning to do it, but what the Lord gave me, and I don't want to sound spooky, and sometimes I think when we talk about the Lord speaking, we, oftentimes make it like it's a horror story or ghost story.
Exactly.
But the Lord just kind of whispered gently in my spirit and said, stop thinking about what the people who don't like you are thinking. Stop thinking about what the people are thinking who don't like you. Excuse me. How many times have we been hindered because we were so consumed with what the people who did not like us think? How many things, honestly, and these kind of conversations I want to have with y'all, I'm calling it in the traffic. I want to have real conversations with you, and I want to share you what I'm thinking. And here I am, sorting out things in my life, preparing, getting some things straight, growing, maturing. God is blessing, and like everybody, I got problems. Pastors, preachers sometimes say, Elder, you've seen it. Guy said earlier today.
Yeah.
Say, man, Clark, you booming over there. Man, listen, I'm struggling like everybody else.
Right.
I got the same kind of problems like everybody else. And I don't say that with a voice of defeat. I say that with confidence to know that God is able to bring you out and to sustain us. But I say that because I want every brother to know, man, we all in this together. Ain't no big eyes or little you here, partner. And so in this kind of God giving you vision and all of those kind of things, and actually, Lackey, to be honest with you, is what you said that kind of triggered or maybe made me able to formulate and articulate what I'm about to say. Lackey said to me, well, tell him what you said to me when I was telling you about, man, I wish I hadn't done, or I wish this hadn't happened, and consumed with what the people who don't care for me or ministry, ain't nothing personal, just general, whenever you're doing something, they got somebody who don't like it.
Right.
And I'm talking to the people who are doing something. This is going to help you. So I'm feeling this way. And what was your response to me?
First of all, I asked the question, how long are we going to allow ourselves to think that way? God's been so good to us. He showed himself over and over again. And here we find ourselves allowing somebody who does not even know that we're thinking about that take over our mindset. Beautiful day, beautiful Friday. It's supposed to be raining. It's not raining. We're relaxing, meditating, doing ministry, thinking on ministry. And here we go because of one thought or a side.
Now, he was doing ministry. I was down there because them people say had a 50%, 50% sale, buy one, get one half off. I got children. I'm trying to bargain shop. He was down there doing ministry. I was down there trying to find a pair of cheap jeans.
Exactly. But how long? And you have to ask yourself that. How long are you going to let this take over your mindset, take over your thought pattern?
Yeah. And what was powerful about that statement is because we forget we have control over how we think.
Yes, sir.
We have control over how we think.
Yes.
And oftentimes, because we forget that, we let our minds become consumed with stuff that's unnecessary. The preacher said last night, Bishop Samuel Blakes preached a powerful word. Shout out Word Nation. Thank you all so much for coming out the way you did. But Bishop Sam preached a powerful word, y'all. He talked about upgrade. And in that message from Joshua, he mentioned how you've got to elevate your confidence, and elevate your confession, and elevate your crew. But the part that got to me was, you've got to elevate your conscience.
Yes.
We got to elevate our conscience. And listen,
That we meditate on.
that what we meditate on. And let me be very clear. Let me be very clear. And I want to be very vulnerable and transparent. Stop allowing, because I do it, stop allowing what you have done in the past, listen to me, to stop you from seizing the opportunity in the present. Sometimes you don't walk open, or you don't walk through the open door because you are so consumed about the door you just come out of. And because of what you've done, you think you've done. And that stuff gets consumed in your mind. Can I share something with you? Could it just be, let's think about it. I'm at a red light. Let's just think about it for a minute. If this helps y'all, please share it. Let's think about it for a minute. Could it be that the fact that God gave you, with all of the stuff you've done, with all of the stuff you've said, with all of the promises you made to yourself and you broke, all of the times you said you wouldn't do it no more and you went back and did it, could it be, after all of that is said and done, as you maturely deal with your consequences, and God determines what they're going to be? Yeah. That's the wonderful thing you need to know about God. When his child sins, God determines what those consequences are going to be. That's why you can't get in God's business when he gets ready to correct somebody. That ain't on you. And how you think God feels when we are laughing and criticizing or trying to spank his children? You know how you act when somebody tries to chastise your child. So, could it be, after all of that stuff we've done and dealing with our consequences, could it be that the opportunity God gives is a very practical way he's saying to you that I forgive you? Could the opportunity to do this new thing, I'm sorry, I was eating peanuts earlier, y'all. Could the opportunity to do this new thing, could the opportunity that God has afforded you right now, could that be God's way of saying to you in a very practical and real sense, I forgive you? Do not allow your mind to be consumed with thinking about what the people who don't like you think. Don't allow your mind to be consumed with what you've done in the past that's keeping you from seizing this opportunity now. Man, woman, brother, sister, boo or booette, please know, from one real person to the next, God's grace is amazing, and God's grace is still available. I'm on my way to the palace. I'm going to pray at the palace from 6 to 6:30. If you're in the area, don't make no pressure. Don't rush yourself. It ain't mandatory. You can pray where you are. But I'm on my way to the palace to pray. And here's what I'm praying, Facebook. God, give me the strength to see me the way you see me. Yes. And then I'll see everything else the way I'm supposed to. Yes. I love y'all. I'll see y'all the next time I'm in traffic.
And don't stop achieving.